and welcome back to another video. I'm Bree.
I'm Brooke.
And we are
the Weekly Dose Podcast.
We're so excited for you to be here today. If you haven't checked us out last Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, you will see the video linked above her. And I'm excited for today because Brooklyn decided to take the reins today on how this video is going to go. So that's exciting.
Yeah, so we're going to try this again.
Yeah.
We tried this a few times and something's wrong with the word recording device. Collier. So I decided to take the reins this week because the last few weeks you have really kind of oriented the episodes to be me answering questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, why not give her the hardest questions to answer?
Oh, God. That makes me a little nervy.
No, but they are going to be very thought-provoking.
Okay.
But I do want to encourage the viewers to engage as far as, like, if there's something that's relatable to you, let us know.
Yeah, comment down below.
Yeah.
And while you're down there, you might as well just, hit that subscribe button.
We'll talk about that later. Don't throw me off. But yeah, you should probably subscribe. We're kind of funny. So, do we have any updates?
I don't.
Before I get into questions?
I don't have any updates today. Not on
I
my
don't think I
end.
have any updates, but I do have like a little fun thing.
Okay.
So, I don't know how to word this.
Is it what I think you're gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I kind of want to say something first. So
Yeah, do it.
I have been doing this thing this year where I want to read more books.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same.
I asked Brooklyn, I had a gift card to Barnes & Noble. So we went there. And she, pointed me into a direction of a book because, I'm, open to reading anything. So
my book talk girlies' ears just perked up.
And so I got the book Haunting Adeline. And if you know, you freaking know about that book. Oh, my gosh. It is wild.
It's smutty.
It is very smutty, and that was my first ever time reading a book like that. And now
Changed
I'm
your
kind
life.
of hooked. I'm hooked.
Changed your life.
And
You're welcome.
so I just finished reading A Touch of Darkness, and I'm excited to read
It's so good.
all of that series.
Me too.
So
Me too. I cannot wait.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's
So
and I know that's gonna be my favorite series.
Oh.
It's so good.
yeah.
But so to kind of piggyback off of that, trying to think of how much.
Don't say too much.
I can't say too much
Yeah.
because but there. I know you know.
Yeah.
But so I kind of want to maybe pen my own smut novel.
That would be so freaking awesome.
I know. So I did it unintentionally. I wrote a lot of fan fiction in junior high.
Yeah.
And so for me to even think about this, it makes me giggle and kind of look back in junior high I was writing stories like this. However, this specific story is based loosely off of real life nonsense. I'm not saying it's my real life or your real life
Yeah.
or anybody that I know.
But it's just
But it's-
in general,
yeah,
it's
in-
real life shit.
In general, it's real life shit. It's gonna be great, I think.
Yeah.
I've already kind of started playing around with the first few chapters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I already have the characters. I haven't named them yet.
Yeah.
I've kind of played around with a few different names because obviously they can't be the real names.
Yeah.
But so I'm kind of excited.
Yeah. That is exciting.
Is that weird?
No, I don't think it's weird. I think it's something if you're passionate about, you should strive to do it.
What if I become a snut? A snut. A smut writer.
Hey.
A smut author.
There's room out there for you to do it and to grow in. I'm sure I'm going to love it. That's exciting.
Yeah. Well, and I've already looked into Amazon because you can self-publish.
That's what I was going to ask next.
You can self-publish and then people can go buy it on Amazon.
So is that going to be your plans after you write the book?
Depends on how good the book is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to let me read it and then let you decide if you're going to sell it or not? Are you gonna let me read it?
The problem, where I get stuck there is I may need like a professional like book reader, like editor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not to edit, but just to read it to see if it's like worth.
Well, the editor is gonna read it and tell me if it's
okay.
worth releasing.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna give you some stuff to read.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is a learning experience.
That's gonna be so.
I've
exciting.
never written anything outside of the internet, so
yeah, that's exciting.
But yeah, so fun stuff.
Yeah,
I'll keep you updated.
yeah, that's for sure gonna be an update that I'm sure our book talk girlies are gonna want to know.
Yeah, hold on. I think I have some of the like titles.
Ooh, titles.
Yeah. Okay, so some of them that kind of came up were Forbidden Desire, like that's kind of like the theme is Forbidden Desire. If you know, you know. Okay, so Breaking the Rules, No Secrets Left, which I really like that one.
Yeah, I
No
really
Secrets
like that
Left.
one.
Bound and Betrayed.
Ooh,
That's actually a really good one.
that is a good one.
And What We Became. Yeah.
What We Became sounds like a love story. Like when I think,
Well, it
when
kind
I
of
hear
is.
that,
Like
it's like a love story.
It kind of is.
Mhm.
So it's a smutty love story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, telling the news.
Yeah.
Telling.
Oh yeah, so it's a smutty love story.
So that's exciting. I'm
Yeah.
really excited for you. I'm proud that you want to do something like that.
I
That takes a
know.
lot.
I know.
Writing is hard. It's a hard
It is
thing to
hard.
do.
It's always something I've enjoyed though.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've always enjoyed writing, especially things like that.
Yeah. So speaking of writing, do you have any things written down for me to answer today?
I do. Like, nice transition there.
Thanks.
Nice transition. So
I'm trying.
I'll let you like kind of start. I'll let you pick the topics. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 topics.
Okay.
But if there's maybe a topic that you don't want to hit on, that's fine too. And maybe some of these questions aren't all there.
I'm open today.
Depends on how long we want this video.
I'm open today, so just hit me with them.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you pick which one goes first.
Okay.
So there's mental health and self-reflection, relationships and friendships, family and childhood trauma, self-worth and personal growth, life and perspective shifts, and then future focused and dreaming big.
Ooh. That's a lot. Let's do the childhood one. Is it the trauma?
Family and childhood trauma.
Yeah. Let's do that one first.
Oh.
Let's hit it big.
Do you ever feel like you're still waiting for an apology you'll never forget or you'll never get?
Absolutely. Hands down. Yes.
Do you want to elaborate on that or?
I feel like there's a big apology that needs to be done from
I know.
a very important person in our life, especially if they expect
both of us.
Yeah. Expect us to be normal with them.
I actually I want to read one of the text message that I got.
Yeah.
So from that person, I'm just kind of paraphrasing her. I want to be better daily, and I have, and it's because of you and your sister. I love you so much. Thank you for being you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what is going to be said, if there's not a genuine apology,
Yes.
it's not real to me.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But that's the first like nice thing that I've heard in years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
But I appreciate her acknowledging that she needs to change.
Yeah.
That has never been done.
Yeah.
Ever. Until that message. And so I appreciate that. I do still eventually expect an apology. But I know that doesn't happen until you actually grow as a person. And you actually change.
Yeah. And like that person has said sorry many times.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's never been like a genuine sorry.
Yeah.
And so I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah. I get it.
And I feel like hopefully it's not on their deathbed. Like,
I know. I always worry about that because they haven't had the best health.
exactly.
I guess because maybe they do now better. But
Not faking anything. Sorry.
God forgive me. Do you want to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
Do you want
next question?
keep? Do you want to do like 2 questions per topic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So, the next question for family and childhood trauma for 100 points. Kind of sounded like Jeopardy.
Yeah.
What's a childhood memory that changed the way you see the world?
Whenever Sean left. And ever since then, I just thought everybody was going to walk out.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
I'm going to get emotional over this.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the biggest memories that I have of him just coming home and him gone.
Dude, I remember that day so vividly.
Yeah.
Like getting off of the school bus, Joanna waiting there and said, I have something to tell you. And my heart knew.
Mm-hmm.
My heart immediately was like, oh no, my dad.
Yeah.
And then she was like, your dad's never coming home again.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that mean? I cried for probably 2 weeks straight. I mean, didn't get out of bed. I didn't go to school, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the hardest times of my life.
It was so crazy because it's like you were at school, I was at home.
Yeah.
I remember playing with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Joanna was like, we should go on a car ride to the bank or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Grandma, and her went. And we came back. I found the letter on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts crying. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Daddy?
Yeah.
And she's like, he's gone. He's gone. He fucking left.
Yeah.
Like, I have vivid memories of that.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I just thought that everybody was going to walk out.
That's a really good example of, like, how our trauma is different.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you remember coming home. I remember being there.
We experienced the same thing. Our dad left.
Yeah.
Our dad left. But in 2 completely different ways.
I'm really glad we get to share this moment because, like, now I know your side.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, I cried for 2 weeks straight. Like,
hell, I still cry over it.
Dude, I know. I know. And I guess I feel the same as far as, like, I have an innate fear that people just will leave.
Yeah.
And so another side of my therapy is because of that fear, I don't connect to anybody.
Yeah.
No matter. And if people want to be my friends, I immediately pull away.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be friends with them for a little bit and then I pull away.
Yeah. Because it's like you want to be the one to leave and not.
Yeah.
You want to be the one.
That's exactly what it is. It's crazy and it's super hurtful, not for just me, but for everybody.
Yeah, the
that's
people
in
that
my
you're
life,
friends with. And
yeah.
Yeah, because they're expecting a friendship, but you're like, no.
Yeah.
Skirt.
Yeah, and I guess another, like, toxic trait that has taught me is if there's even, like, the slightest, I don't know if it's a toxic trait, but if I have a friendship that's toxic, I'm cutting it off immediately.
Yeah.
So I don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, no remorse, nothing. No feelings, nothing.
Knowing what I know now about myself, I'm so much stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can stand up for myself now. And, like,
yeah.
I had seen something on Facebook today or this morning while I was scrolling, and it had said something like, you don't have the right to miss me if you're the one who cut me off.
Ooh, snap.
And I just feel like that relates
that
so
exactly,
much.
yes.
It's so relatable.
And that's kind of where I'm getting at with this. I have this trait is, for the longest time, I thought he didn't want anything to do with me. And so
we also had somebody in our ear telling us that. I know,
but I felt, can you repeat that quote again?
You don't have the right to miss me if you're the one who cut me off.
Right. Okay. So, I thought, he didn't want anything to do with me. And so I took that mindset and I was like, he can't mourn over me.
Yeah. He didn't
He
have the
has
right.
no right,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't believe that now.
Yeah.
I believe that everybody has the right to mourn people in their lives, whether it be a temporary loss or a permanent loss.
Yeah.
Because who am I to tell people how they should feel?
Yeah. Especially when we don't exactly know how everything went down. Everything is
exactly.
Everything is so up in the air.
Yeah, both parents have different sides of the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I believe one over the other.
At this point in our life, we're just trying to.
I'm just trying to heal myself.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say. We're just trying to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
And move on with our life, because, like the first question, there's some apologies that we're never gonna get.
Yeah.
And
well, and here's another thing is like, I'm gonna let that be their story.
Yeah.
That's their life story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write mine.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And why I say that is I was scrolling on Facebook and there was like a thing, and it was like, when you get married, you don't, or when your child gets married, you don't gain a daughter or a son.
Yeah.
They gain a spouse. You don't grow your family. They become their own family.
Exactly. That is exactly how it should be. Oh my gosh.
I know.
It
and
says
I know
it
that
in the freaking Bible.
I know that it's super relatable to you because of, you know, what you kind of deal with, but I couldn't agree more, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you're no longer, not saying you're not part of the family, but you have your own family.
Exactly.
I don't, but
if like I want to sit there and like, we don't have to get into it this podcast, because this is a good episode to have for like a whole episode.
Yeah.
I listened to Be Better podcast.
Oh, they're so good.
Oh my gosh.
I freaking
and
love
the way
them.
that Peaches just bows down to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. That
Well, I mean, they
that
both.
is exactly.
Yeah,
Both.
that is definitely a marriage, like an
That's-
iconic marriage.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I strive to have
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Just Peaches and what's his face?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
He's gonna be a little bit humbling over there, but definitely. Well, we'll talk about that in another podcast for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump back up to mental health and self-reflection.
Okay.
What is one thing you thought you'd never heal from but did?
What is one thing that I've healed from that I never thought I would? That's a good one. I think that I'm pretty much healed, or like I'm that 99% healed from Steven.
Really? I'm so proud of
I
you.
worked so hard on that,
Yeah.
and I think that that's one thing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But do you think the writing the letter and then burning it?
Absolutely.
Really?
I wrote down every single thing he did to me. Every single thing.
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yep.
But no, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
That makes me like genuinely so happy. Like, my heart is kind of it's going like that.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy to hear from you.
Yeah. I don't want it to, bother me anymore. I don't want it to hurt me anymore. And I can take control of it now. And I'm glad I can just move on from it of my life.
Yes. Yes. So the next question for that is, what is the hardest thing about therapy that no one talks about?
Having to communicate with a stranger.
Oh my God. Yes.
I think they're a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you, I'm trying to like think of words, but like, why do they care?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
like,
if they don't care,
the
but like,
fact that you're supposed to just be
open up.
expected to tell everything about your life to this person, and they are supposed to bring a no judgment, and they do.
Yeah.
Most of them bring a no judgment zone where they, it's HIPAA compliant and stuff, but it's crazy because like my therapist or my psychiatrist will be like, so tell me about this one thing. And I'm like, like there's one thing in my life that I can't talk about with them because we all work together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so they all know each other, and I'm like, oh, I can't.
But I mean, technically you can because it's HIPAA.
Yes, I could.
But you don't want judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do relationships and friendships.
Nice.
Has a relationship, romantic or platonic, ever made you lose yourself? And how did you get yourself back?
Yes. It took me a while. I kind of got swept up into thinking that I needed to please them and do everything that they say over versus what I think and what I was, supposed to do for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to get myself back whenever I stepped away. Whenever I pulled the straw that broke the camel's back, that type of thing, but without going full force like I normally do.
Yeah.
I kind of stepped back, and I thought I was going to have a bad reaction. It didn't have a bad reaction. Thank God. Not yet. We'll see if it's coming. Still. But
when you say step back, like step back into the relationship?
No, step back out of the relationship.
I feel like it did have a bad.
You think so?
I do.
Well, it wasn't like bad to where it was like, oh, I'm going to fight this bitch.
It was.
Well, maybe I grew up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I grew up a little and like, try to tame myself down. Because I'm typically the type that's like, you want to fuck with me? All right, I'm going to fuck you up. That type of person.
Even if I don't fuck you up, you're like, push me into the locker.
Yeah.
Like, push me down the stairs,
I'm
whatever.
The biggest fucking bully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stepped out of the relationship and I was able to realize that I had put myself on hold to please this person. Yeah. And I'm glad that I'm being me. I'm doing me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the tattoos.
Me
I'm
too.
getting the I'm getting the
I think it's important
shit that I want to do.
I think it's important, especially in a marriage. I don't know that we disclosed that.
It's not the marriage.
It's not the marriage.
It's not the marriage. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, never mind. I guess I can. It falls into any relationship, but I think it's important to have your own identity within a relationship. I know that the Bible is pretty clear about like two become one.
Yeah.
This is where like things get contradictory, right?
Yeah.
So I personally believe in individualism.
Yeah.
And so I think that you don't lose your own identity in just being a wife.
Yeah.
And like I said, personal opinion.
I guess there was more than one time that I did lose myself. So in that case, yeah, I would say that it's both. I've had a friendship and I had my marriage. For sure.
Oh, clear picture for me. Yeah. So I think it's really important.
I would say if I didn't take those 8 months off, oh my God, shit would have hit the fan. No. I mean, it did hit the fan.
It did.
There was not gonna sugarcoat it.
Shit in the fan.
Yeah.
In the fan.
Literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like I just took a step back for me.
You've kind of talked about this a little bit already. So we've now moved on to self-worth and personal growth. Okay. So what is a version of yourself that you're glad no longer exists?
2024 Brie.
That was just.
I know. I was a terrible human. I really was. Like, I was so depressed. I was terrible. It reminds me of my younger self. But I feel like because I was an adult, it was much worse. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just so glad that she doesn't exist. Yeah. And I'm me. I'm happy. I'm living life.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You kind of talked about that in the last segment. But okay, so What's a mistake you made that actually helped you grow the most?
I would say a mistake. Ooh,
Leaving Texas.
yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah,
I think about it often.
Yeah, I left Texas for a
As a
while.
baby, dude.
I was young.
Very young.
It was right after I graduated,
High school.
and and
She ran away with a boy.
I did. That was probably my worst mistake, because everybody used me. Everybody thought I was on drugs.
Yeah.
Thought I was dead. I went to church one time when I got back, and they were like, "We thought you died," and that has traumatized me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not dead. I'm right here. I might be pale, but I ain't dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I left and I went to Kentucky for a while. And that was probably some of the worst times.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, to be fair.
You
It
were
wasn't
living
terrible.
in a trap house.
No, it wasn't.
It was kind of terrible.
No, it wasn't a trap house. It was an actual house. They just did drugs.
That's a trap house.
But anyway, yeah, I stayed clean.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We're just going to stop it right there.
Did I do both? Yeah, okay. So, next we're down to 2. So the next segment is life and perspective shifts.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. I want to see your do you believe happiness is something you find or something you create?
Ooh.
Good one.
Dang. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Because, like, for me, I didn't know that happiness was around me.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, other people were happy and, you know, living life and shit like that. I just thought it was fake. But, I mean, it's really out there. So, like, yeah, you gotta find a little bit of happiness. But you kind of also have to, like, do the work and create it for yourself. I mean, you have to find things that make you happy and, like, stick with those things that make you happy. Don't let anybody else talk you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, your happiness is the most important on this earth. Nobody else's.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like now that I know me and I know what I like now, and I'm living the life that I thought that I never would.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever want to, like, go back to that place of letting other people control my feelings and shit like that, because your happiness matters and it's okay to be happy. And I'm being so genuine with that. It is okay to be happy.
Yeah.
And if other people think that it's shit that you're happy, screw them.
They don't deserve to be in your life.
They don't deserve it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I kind of want to elaborate a little bit. You said you have to put in the work, and that really spoke to me right when you said it, because this whole question really, like, made me think of our relationship.
Yeah.
Because I was happy in our relationship. I thought we had a great relationship. But you were upset in it, and I didn't know. And so that really shows that there's happiness around you, but if you don't put in the work, you would have, if you didn't put in the work for us, you would have never known what it was like to be happy with me. That makes me so sad.
Yeah.
It makes me so sad.
It's a sad subject.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad to think about. Our relationship could have been shit.
It scares me, honestly. Like, that is something that, and I kind of touched on this previously, but it's a fear that I have to not have a relationship with you. And so, I don't know, I just really appreciate the work that you put in to be happy with me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I could.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that all ties in together, because that just kind of shows them how true
100%.
everything is.
Yeah. 100%. So,
I think before you get into the last segment, we should jump into It's Not That Deep.
Okay, I have one more question for life and
Okay.
perspective.
Yeah.
If you could relive one moment in your life, not to change it, but just to feel it again, what would it be?
Oh, sad. Aw, this is too sad for me. Because I just talked about it in therapy and I'm working through it. Um, Dang fire. I guess to just have another moment with grandma. Like,
100%.
yeah. My last time that I could have got to see her was ruined. And so I didn't get to tell her goodbye. And ah, that's rough. And so being able to have that last moment with her, to get her a Pepsi or to eat munchies with her.
Well, you can't change it.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
whatever we would typically do.
Yeah.
I just that last moment with her,
Yeah.
I'd
just
feel
to,
so much.
just
Yeah.
to hold it close.
Yeah.
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 I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Yeah, I miss that stupid woman.
Yeah.
She was a bitch.
Yeah.
Dorothy the dinosaur.
Dorothy the dinosaur.
I loved her though.
Yeah, for sure.
In her later years.
Yeah. Yeah, when she got old.
Yeah, when she got old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you have our segment for It's Not That Deep.
Yes.
So go ahead and dry it up.
To lighten
just
this
kidding.
mood.
You should definitely keep crying because that's important.
I'll cry later about it.
Okay.
So I figured that it would be great for us to do a this or that type of thing.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, and since you've been asking me questions, I figured that I could ask you the questions.
Oh gosh.
I don't know how to get to it. Oh, just kidding. I found it. Okay. So it's just like a little list of things. And she could pick this or that. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner. I'm gonna have dinner for breakfast.
For sure.
Yeah. I like breakfast food, especially if it's from IHOP.
Oh, love IHOP.
I love IHOP. But I'm a dinner girly.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Owe money or owe a favor?
Neither. I hate owing people.
I know, but you have to pick one.
Oh, a favor.
Okay.
I would specifically a Hades favor.
Oh my god, shut up. Pay rent or pay a mortgage?
Oh god, pay rent.
Really?
Yeah, here's why. I don't have to worry about fixing anything,
True.
and I love it.
True.
Like if I have an issue in my house, I just call my landlord or send her a text message. Even better. I don't
Yeah.
have to call her. Send her a text message and say, "Hey, can you send a repairman next day?"
Yeah.
Love it. I don't have to nothing fund anything for it. Like it's
Yeah.
just fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Roommates or live alone?
Live alone.
Yeah. Hands
I
down.
had the best roommates ever. Lim and Garrett. They were fantastic. I loved it. And then they went and had a baby and it was even better. And
Yeah.
I loved it. And yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good time. They were there for me through like one of my darkest seasons. So I really appreciate having them like open their home to me
Mm-hmm.
and allow me to stay with them and just build a friendship it's going to be a lifetime friendship for sure. Love them. Love you guys.
All right. Cold shower or cold dinner?
Neither. That's awful.
I know it's awful, but I'm not the one who made the list.
Oh god.
That's a hard
It
one.
really depends on the dinner.
Yeah.
I don't like cold food though. I'm going to have to go with cold shower.
Do it. All right. So poor and famous or rich and unknown?
Rich and unknown.
For sure.
Poor and famous is awful.
Yeah.
It's like it's Ash Trevino.
Alrighty. Money or love?
Love
Oh.
is for the way you look at me.
Okay. Movies or books?
Books. I can make up the scenes in my head.
There you go. Comedy or horror?
Movies or books?
It doesn't matter. It just says comedy or horror.
Comedy. I don't really like to be scared. I have anxiety.
Yeah.
And panic disorder.
Unless
I will freak
it's-
out.
Unless it's true crime. I'm
I
into
do-
true
I
crime.
do enjoy true crime. Smutty true crime.
Oh my god. Passenger or a driver?
Driver.
Oh my gosh.
I am so not a passenger princess.
Forest or the beach?
Forest.
Ooh, summer or winter?
Winter. Hands down. I hate to sweat.
Outside or inside?
Inside.
So who really cares if it's summer or winter?
Yeah, that's true. But that's also why I have no vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meat or vegetables?
Meat. Carnivore. All the way.
Sitting down or standing up?
Standing.
And the last one, early morning or a late night?
Oh, neither.
Really?
I'm a grandma, so
I'm a grandma.
I can't do late night, but I guess I prefer late night. Late night. Early morning. I don't know. Early morning.
Yeah.
Wow. Depends on what activities are happening.
I'm definitely a late night type of person.
It depends on what's happening around me.
True.
If I'm just at home, I'm not doing a late night.
Yeah.
If I'm
But you're also not doing an early morning.
I do early morning when I'm at home.
Okay.
Yeah. But if I'm out with friends or at a friend's house, I'm doing
Late
late night.
Yeah.
And we are
That
not
one's-
doing early
That
morning.
one's for sure a pick and
Depends on the
choose.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm excited to get into the last few questions that we have.
Yeah, so this is actually great. So the last segment is future focused and dreaming big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's a dream you let go of that you sometimes think about picking back up?
Ooh, my makeup.
You should. The OGs know Makeup by Brie.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Makeup by Brie.
Glam. It was Glam by Brie.
Glam by Brie. Expecto Beauty.
Yeah, Tejas lashes.
Tejas Lashes.
That type of thing. I was going somewhere with it. It was
Dude,
going
was awesome.
somewhere.
Are your YouTube videos still up?
I have no idea. I never took them down, so they're
Oh, they're
floating
definitely
out there somewhere.
Glam by Brie. Bree.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I used to do YouTube videos for makeup, and I would test products. I
They're
would
so good too. She did a
give
great job.
tutorials and shit like that.
I would buy her so much makeup.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, a
all
lot
the
for
PR packages.
my birthdays.
Yeah.
My birthdays
You were
involved.
so easy to buy
Yeah,
back then. Not anymore.
not anymore.
Not anymore. Now you're like, I need baking equipment. I'm like, girl,
Give me
$450. Like, girl.
yeah, yeah, but that's one thing. I would pick that up again for sure.
Yeah, you should. I think you should. It's a little expensive though.
Yeah, it is.
What is something you secretly wish people knew about you?
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
What is something? What was the question?
You secretly wish somebody.
Oh
somebody
yeah,
knows
you
about
wish. Yeah, okay. So what is something that you wish people secretly knew about you? I don't think secretly. First of all, I think it's just something you wish people knew about you, and that I would say that you're a genuine person
Me?
now.
Yeah, now.
Or what we've kind of been talking about this whole episode is you're transforming. I think the people that don't watch our podcast, they may not know that you're transforming.
Yeah, that's true.
And so
I'm in my transformation era.
yeah, she's like in metamorphosis.
I'm morphing into a beautiful butterfly.
A beautiful butterfly.
Beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, I think you're in your transformation, and so I think that that's important for people to know.
Yeah.
But if they're not watching this, they don't know that.
Yeah, that's
You know.
true. That's true.
They just see what you post on Facebook.
And I don't post anything on Facebook.
I know. That's why I said. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were able to answer that for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. It took me a second, but I knew what I had in mind.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know down below. what you thought about this whole episode. This was kind of interesting. If anything sparked your interest, let us know. We can touch more on it next episode, or talk about it with you in the comments, or just whatever. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button and click that click that bell notification icon so you can get notified every time we upload a video, which is going to be next Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye.